My name is Steph. I'm 40 years old. I live in Rochester, New York, and I'm a yoga instructor.
My name is Max, and I am 36 years old, and I am an English professor in Rochester, New York.
I made Manicotti, which is a very special recipe to me. It was the recipe that my mom always made. I always requested it actually for my birthday. And I think my love for Manicotti probably came from my parents telling me a story about how I was conceived on a night that they were making lasagna. So I was just destined to really love saucy, cheesy pasta dishes. I think the best way to make manicotti is by making homemade crepes. So those are a really special element to this dish. They're light and fluffy. I like to put in the filling, which is ricotta cheese, mascarpone, Parmesan. I like to add a little lemon zest to give it a little extra flair. And then I make my sauce homemade. The dish is called Conception Manicotti, and it is because the night that I was conceived, my parents made lasagna. The pan that I cooked the manicotti in was actually used in the conception lasagna, and my dad gave it to me, or he came across it when he was packing up his house. I asked him, I was like, what is this crazy pan? And he's like, oh, that's the pan that we used the night that we made lasagna, the night that you were conceived. I was like, well, I'm taking that. Obviously, I'm meant to have that. I think, you know, my mom and I, we didn't always have the closest relationship, and the way that she, I knew this would happen. The way that she expressed love was through food. And, you know, if I ever questioned whether or not she loved me, I can think about all the times she, you know, fed me and nourished me and took care of me in that way.
So we got married about 2 years after we started dating. And I think in some ways, all we had were straight narratives. We had a big, beautiful wedding, we had all our friends, we had everything we ever wanted. But then afterwards, we kind of struggled with finding our place. And so we separated for a while. Not to say we have any queer narratives of how that works out. We kind of both went off and learned some things and did some things, and I love the way that we did come back together and had to deal with a lot of demons from our past and be stronger. It wasn't a conventional marriage, right? Like, I think there was something about our experiences together that made us say we had to come back to each other.
Tonight you're gonna go down in flames, just like Jesse James.
The simplicity of my life now, I just think I'm looking for more calm. So that's what I'm creating. I'm creating more calm in my life by doing yoga. So I'm taking care of myself and then just living, in a simple way. I don't need as much as I used to need, or at least I perceived that I needed, to be around all these friends and all these, queer people, which is still lovely. I enjoy going to Pride, that energy still really gets me going. But, day to day, I love being in my home. I love taking care of Max and just living happily ever after, if you will.